play a little longer then. But I'm gonna cut this episode off the minute I go through the portal. So if there's talking, there's talking. Well, there isn't talking, but there's a guy who sounds like he's trying to play a fake kazoo.
You know, I want that to be. I continually forget how crazy good the IGN Destiny review was. You know when a review has opening credits, it's something else.
Are you serious? It had opening credits?
Yeah.
Reviewed by Michael Bay.
I mean, they're not very long, it's just like reviewed by, edited by, IGN Presents. But,
Destiny reviews.
it still has a custom thing.
The most underhyped game.
Destiny also looks beautiful.
Huh?
Destiny looks beautiful.
It looks beautiful.
The art design is fantastic.
No doubt. Here's a band.
I don't understand why Nintendo fanboys said that you can't have art direct if it's photorealistic. Even though this obviously isn't photorealistic. It's
yeah, but it's still heavily.
Can we take a moment to talk about how you need to that open world games need to like stop like being dumb and start being like
smart?
Well, not just smart, but like they should
generic?
Actually just enforce the I don't know what I'm trying to say. I want to say like open world games need to have a
theme.
No. Like an open world game
with the world.
It just doesn't have to have a story. Like it can have a story, but general story progression shouldn't be or shouldn't limit the player's experience in an open world.
So what you're saying is it shouldn't be like Grand Theft Auto 5, where a lot of the cars and stuff have to be unlocked by playing the story missions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, it should be like a link between worlds, where pretty much everything was open to you right off the bat.
Yeah, that was the perfect.
There was like one or two things that were story related, but otherwise you could pretty much do whatever the hell you wanted.
I mean, the first three dungeons.
The first three dungeons made you actually have to do those, and there was like kind of an order, right?
Yeah. You had to do one, and then the other two were in either order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, you could do any of the other ones in any order you wanted, and it didn't matter.
Well, except one of them. One of them did require you finish another dungeon, but otherwise, yeah.
After the first three?
Yeah, there was one, the one where you get the, I think it's the one where you get the, sand rod. You have to get the sand rod from the guy.
Yeah, you're right.
So you had to free him, and then you could go do the other dungeon. So there was a slight order, but it wasn't, like, frustrating.
It wasn't frustrating or restrictive.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's, like, is Skyrim an open world game? Skyrim's open world, right?
Yeah.
Like, Skyrim does a good job of having all the stuff to do in the world. But at the same time, I feel like there's never, like... When I played Skyrim, there was never really... I wasn't really crafting my own adventure.
Mm-hmm.
I was like following an adventure path that had been made out for me.
Yeah. I've always found it kind of annoying in Skyrim how like a lot of the big stuff about the game, the dragons, the shouts, stuff like that, were locked behind like 3 hours, I'd say, of story.
Yeah. I only
Which
have
is,
like the original shout because I didn't want to play the main story.
like, the main story is cool and all. There's the amazing sequence of Black Reach, which, by Black Reach, how they managed to basically fit an entirely different continent underneath Skyrim, and, like, nobody ever talks about it.
You talking about that underground area where everyone's got like bows and arrows?
Uh, not, there's that, but, like, Black Reach, I don't think there are many Falmer there. It's just a ton of old dwarven ruins, and there's this one insanely large dragon that's like sleeping. It avoided the apocalypse. Yeah, Steel Teeth, I know you only have to do a few story things for the shouts, but when a game doesn't necessarily tell you that you have to do the story, you shouldn't have to do any of it to unlock that kind of stuff.
You're the Dragonborn. If you're the Dragonborn, then they should be like, "Yo, dog, here's the shouts."
It should have been part of the tutorial or something.
Yeah.
All 50,000 of the moves part of the tutorial. How many shouts were there in the actual game? I only got like 2 of them.
There were a lot.
Yeah, I only played like 20 hours of Skyrim. I was like, let's see what the hype's about. And then I played it, and then I'm like, that's what all the hype was about. This piece of shit.
I played tons and tons and tons of Skyrim. Like an unhealthy amount.
I played quite a bit.
I think the only game I've ever put more time into is Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
I put quite a bit of time into Dragon Age Inquisition. I probably put about 75 hours, but somewhere along the last few hours, like the experience was just killing, dying. Like it
I
wasn't.
put
that great.
90 hours into Kid Icarus Uprising.
I put 60. I wonder how much time I've put into Hyrule Warriors.
The game that I put the most
Oh,
time
we have
into. Ooh, tough.
We have 2 more viewers who didn't come from the chat.
Thunder
Ooh,
from
what?
Down Under is coming
Lisa
to save
and
us all.
Dice Roll.
Nice. I'm game for that.
You're game for what?
I'm game for like the other people.
Oh.
I wish I could have gotten into Alpha Sapphire. I just don't enjoy it. Like, the same thing happened with me in Pokemon Y, and then for some reason one day I picked it up, and then I just loved it, and I played through the entirety of the game one night.
It's very rare for stuff like that. The only time I've really had that happen with me in a game is Persona 3. Like, I played the first few hours because I was like, it's solid RPG. Then it's just like, I put it down because I'm like, it's not good. And then I just like, my sister started playing it. She was like, what is this game? I'm like, yeah, it's Persona 3. She's like, I want to try it. She started playing it, and then like she's hyped all over this game. And I tried it, and I'm like, I love this game. What was wrong with me? Why is there still Japanese text in it? Who at Atlas forgot to translate part of this game?
Because your parents dropped you as a child.
Oddly enough.
What is it? I other than Pokemon Ruby, I don't know like what games I've put like a ton of time into.
The game I probably put the most time into is Halo Reach at about 600 hours.
Smash Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers.
I've played over like 500 hours of Smash Brothers Melee.
See, I'm not even trying to count all of the games that I played when I was a lot younger.
Yeah, see, Smash Brothers is something I've had since I was like 8.
It's also like I had like 4 games when I was younger,
Right.
and I just played those all the time. So,
I would like play. Yeah, I was kind of in the same boat. Like I'd play a game, and like my parents would be like, "Okay, play that game for like a year," and that would be like the only game I'd have for a year.
yep.
Those are them video games when you was a child.
Yeah, those are the games that like I can still play today, and luckily they were very good, well-designed games.
Like Ape Escape.
Like Fire Emblem, the Sacred Stones.
Like
See.
Ape Escape.
I didn't play Ape Escape. I'm so sorry.
I put way too much time into Twilight Princess because that game was my childhood.
Yeah, Will had a bad childhood.
It's okay, Will.
No, I've had a great childhood actually.
It's just Twilight Princess was there to worsen it a little.
No, it made my childhood a lot better actually. Get out.
Twilight Princess it's a solid Zelda game in my opinion. It's not my favorite.
It's not bad. I just don't enjoy it.
I guess that's essentially what you could say. There are parts of the game I really enjoy, but then it's like there are a lot more parts I don't.
Put some time into myself.
What?
Tony? Is it Tony in the chat?
I put some time into it myself. It was oh, okay. I was like, what is... Who puts time into themselves?
That's how I read it. And I was like, what?
This
I
means
put
one of
about
two things.
50 hours into myself each day.
I put some other things into myself, if you know what I mean. Methamphetamines.
I'm talking about ginger ales and cookie snaps.
Or the nose candy.
You all guys want to see a dead body?
Hi, right. What the fuck is a Sonic?
Welcome to Sonic Team. We make games, I think.
So good.
That's
So
a
good.
great video. But isn't it like painful for JonTron to look at those videos now?
It must be.
Brian,
The Sonic Team.
Brian, I have a question.
What?
Brian, can you feel the sunshine?
Does it brighten up again? That was a great part. That was the first time I heard that song too.
We play Project M. My friends and I play Project M,
Oh, so
and
it's
you can like customize the music on it, right?
fun. No.
So that's the
No.
that's one of the tracks for Green Hill Zone in Sonic or in Smash Brothers.
Fuck you guys.
Didn't they make a lot of the songs in or the stages in Project M, like Final Destination?
A lot of them are very Final Destination-y with platforms.
Like, I just wish that I
A
could
lot
have
of them are
Brawl.
just like
I just want Brawl, like the stages and the music and stuff, but with Project M characters and the physics,
yeah.
it would be perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brawl was also...
Why, honey.
It's just, I grew up with a very different childhood than you two did.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
still watched Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
With the best thing ever, Dungeon Dice Monsters.
I grew up with like my siblings too, Will. Like it was more of like a thing where I
Had family.
I grew up with the games they grew up with. So like I got treated to like Pokemon Red and Blue like when I was like 3 years old. Or like Kirby Dreamland. Like Smash Brothers and like those like Nintendo games. I got treated to like a lot of like the classics. So like, I got spoiled.
So, you know, wasn't really until about high school that I was able to actually start playing games like I do. I remember for the longest time, like, I only had a handful of GameCube games. Like, if I look at all my N64 games right now, only like a majority of them, I only have like 10 N64 games. Half of them I got within the last 2 years. Then again, there were never that many great N64 games now that I think about it.
There weren't. It just had like, it had Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, and Super Mario 64.
It had StarCraft.
Yeah, it did.
I have
I
Resident
don't
Evil.
remember if that port was good or not.
I hear
wasn't.
was-
It was bad.
I know it had split screen, if that counts.
But the real question is, will it blend? Will. Next time. You know what, Will?
Next time on Game Grumps.
I totally thought that was what Brian was gonna say. I was like, I'm on Game Grumps.
You know what? That's how we'll end the episode. Whenever it's time for me to go to the next bit, I'll say, everyone, on 3, let's say it. And then you guys will leave me out of it. Or either you'll interrupt it and say something juvenile. And I'll just be there like, you guys. And then I'll cut it regardless of whatever's happening on the feed. And I accidentally jumped too low right there. And by drop too low, I mean I just dropped off entirely. Next time on Game Grumps. Why would I say
Be
that?
careful, though.
I
Be
don't know.
careful,
That
though.
it just sounded like I've been watching a lot of Game Grumps, so it sounded like you were gonna totally go into that.
Yeah.
I've only
Can
seen
we
one
try to
Game
get
Grumps.
on Guest Grumps? Can we do that?
You want us to get on Guest Grumps for like
Or Grumpcade? No,
for
that's
like
what it's
Hammer
called.
Space? We could
Yeah.
totally try that.
Exposure.
I had a weird
Get-
dream I met John Tron. I don't know why. I don't know
I had a
why
weird
we
dream
were-
that I
Weird
died.
dream that I was browsing V. I already described that, though.
You did.
Yeah, that was pretty cool though.
Will's all like, it was her, and then I knew it was a dream.
Oh, it's kind of sad actually. That was really sad.
Will, what would you do if she gave you the opportunity to date her? Would you go for it, or would you be like, can I wait till I'm a better man?
Well, I would probably have one shot at it.
You
If
gotta
that
be
was-
more confident. You gotta be more confident, Will.
If that was the one opportunity, I mean...
You only got
might as
one
well
chance.
not
One
have a
opportunity.
lot of- Mom's spaghetti.
I knew you guys were gonna do it, but it keeps on forgetting. Mom's spaghetti. I showed that to my parents. They couldn't stop laughing. Will, do you enjoy mom's spaghetti?
Yes.
Are your knees weak, arms are heavy?
No. And also, that's not what the lyric is.
That's not? That's what I hear.
No,
So guess
these
what?
weak palms are sweaty.
Arms
Jesus
are sweaty?
Christ.
I hear arms are heavy.
Palms.
Like,
These weak palms are sweaty.
These men are
Kid.
pawns. I haven't. Have I showed you the Ishtar trailer?
No.
but we both know one thing about those lyrics. Right, Will? They involve mom's spaghetti.
Yeah. It was weird. Because, like, I was talking to Demir,
3, 2, 3, and
and I found out that Demir had been playing EVE Online for like 6 years, and I never knew. And he was the only person on like the entire Gamnesia Zelda Informer network who even knew what it was. It was a weird time.
say it again.
Would you ever rip off Eve and make a game called Adam?
No, I wouldn't be able to make a game as good. Plus, like, EVE Online, I know I've said this before a lot, but like, EVE Online as a game isn't that good. It's the culture and like societies that have evolved within it that make it special.
I totally forgot that this howling thing is like an actual thing in the game.
Oh, are you watching it right now?
Yeah.
Should we say next time on Game Grumps is a joke or nah?
No, we really shouldn't, because like, if we use that as a hook and you monetize the video, that's like illegal.
Why not next time on Hammerspace?
How about something like,
Well, guys, that's all the time we have for today.